All right, Kevin, today's the big day. Tell me what we're doing.
Today we're prepping to bring the house down. Several things have been going on. We took off the supports for the columns that we used initially to fill the concrete to keep them together. Everything's good. We took that off first. The second thing that we're doing is making sure that all of the columns are free to come down. Of course, this is a new subfloor, so we don't have any plumbing or wiring or anything like that in the way. So we just want to make sure that there's no anything attached to the beams or anything else that when we lower it, it won't affect coming down onto the columns. Another thing we're doing, if you see here, we're leveling off the top of the columns by placing shims. We're doing that here. As you can see with an instrument we call a zip level, what it does, it gives us a zero reading from where we set it at the bottom. And it allows us to make the tops of all of the columns the same. We put shims up there to make
That's
sure
what he's doing right there?
Correct. He's putting the shims in now, so when we lower the house, the tops of every column will be the exact same within an eighth of an inch. So pretty good instrument we use there. It takes the place of an old transit, which is a two-man operation. This new technology is a really good thing that we use. We've also set in all the jacks in place. Steel beams supporting the hydraulic jacks, which are underneath the beams, attached to our hydraulic hoses, going back to the main machine here. What we're doing, all of those are set and ready to go. They're tight against the beam. So what we're going to do is make a small push on the beam to allow us to pull the wedges out, and it'll be the beams will be freestanding at that point. And what we'll do is we'll start to remove the cribbing 6 inches at a time and lower the beam down away from the house. And eventually, as you can see there, the gap is probably about 6 inches between the house. That's all we have to come down with the house before it starts to touch the columns. So after the first 6 inches, we should be very close to, if not touching the house at one point. And then after that, it's just a matter of lowering the beam, 6 to 12 inches at a time, bringing it all the way to the existing slab so we can at that point pull the beams out safely. We're just going to use the machine. We can use the Bobcat, the lift in certain situations, but it's safer to use the hydraulics and just lower the beam as we go down, resetting the jacks as we go. We'll get some more filming of that as we're doing it. But that's really about it right now, just basically prepping to bring the house down.
Okay, great.